Welcome everybody to episode 256 of the effing title. I'm Big Husky, and this week, as always, I'm joined by the boys, Fedge and Rob and Fedge. Boys, how are we?
Yo, what up, cuz?
Not always. We're not always on.
You're not. I did just do a podcast with Danute this past weekend. So
Yes. I'd like for you to edit this.
oh yeah,
What are we editing?
These are false statements.
Football games?
We are not
Because
always
right
on.
now in the NFL, there is what we see every year, and there is a lot of bad football out there right now.
mm-hmm.
A lot of bad football.
That's rude. There's a lot of good football too.
There's very few good football, a lot of bad football.
I don't know. It depends what you call bad and good football.
I mean, did you see Will Levis try to throw a shovel pass backwards and turn the ball when the team's going up by 14?
If we're talking about all the bad teams that are in the NFL, then yes, I will agree with everything you're saying.
I feel like this is a unique year where there's a lot of bad teams. I'm going to give you that. The Giants are bad. They're not good. The Commanders are lucky they played the Giants. The Panthers are bad.
We've gone over this though. Like 90% of the issues in the NFL right now is everyone's drafting young quarterbacks and then they're playing them right away.
Yeah, Bo Nix. Walk me through that interception you threw in the end zone.
Dude, that's the best response
I
ever.
dropped back, threw the ball to the other team.
It's the best response ever. Like, what else are you supposed to say? Like,
No, you hit it on the head.
Honestly, it's not even as much as bad football as I'm just hating all these. Dude, there's so many injuries right now to and especially its key players. It's not just one. I feel like the Rams keep getting injured.
That's what I was about to say.
That was first week.
That was the one that I saw.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, right here. So this is the Rams. The Rams have lost Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tyler Higbee, Joe Notedham, KT Levinson, Connor McDermott, Steve Avaya, Laurel Morrison, Darius Williams, and Darian Kendrick.
You know what I'd love to see? Out of all these people that have had big injuries like this, how many snaps did they play in the preseason?
Ooh.
That's actually a good point, yeah.
Because I understand they're NFL athletes, but at the end of the day, if you don't train your body to be ramped up for the speed and physicality of a game, then you're not. I don't care about joint practices. Yeah,
there's a difference between a joint practice, and then actually going out there on Sundays and playing.
I agree, and especially
in preseason in an NFL game, but in a real game. But if you got to ramp your body up for this physicality, and the NFL doesn't do it anymore. They're like, oh, there's 3 games. None of our starters are playing. Oh, they're all hurt. No shit. You literally just took your player and went from 0 to 100.
But I do.
Because I put which side is it on? It's right here. I put a score thing to show our score. Right now we're at 19-13.
You are.
Yeah, we went 9-7 last week. So
I blamed Jeff for a lot of it.
What?
A lot of poor picks by Jeffrey.
Porn picks?
That's what I heard.
A lot of porn picks by Jeff.
A lot of porn pics. So the season has gone fun for us so far. I mean, me and Rob talked about it as well on Monday, like a parody, the big parody season right now.
It is, but again, most of the parody is because there was a giant shift about 10 years ago with the way owners and GMs decided on quarterback play, and they went to this, we're going to play rookies right off the bat mentality, and this is the shit you're going to get. Will Levi is not a fucking starting NFL quarterback. Neither is Bryce, especially not yet. Maybe if he sat for 3 years.
Do you remember that one time he came in and threw 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He has the ability, but
no, he doesn't though. Did you hear the stat after that? He threw 4 touchdowns in his first game and has thrown 5 since.
Wow.
Because he's not ready. He's not ready.
He's not exactly.
When this,
look at the best ones. The best ones that come in and light the world up. You can even go back to Aaron Rodgers. Sat. Even Patrick Mahomes. Sat. Jordan Love. Sat. There's a reason there's success that way. A reason.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen, didn't sit. I think he sat 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, no, Josh and Lamar did the same thing. They both sat half the season and then
came in.
It's better than rushing it.
It's better than Bryce Young out there.
It's why I'm so happy with the Patriots sitting Drake May,
mm-hmm.
even though I don't think they've thrown a passing touchdown yet.
Guys, what do you think? Do you think that had anything to do with Brock Purdy? He was forced to sit, but he also wasn't a high pick, so there was no pressure behind it. But I think it benefited him.
It benefits all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them it benefits.
Well, again,
it's crazy. Why do we keep rushing quarterbacks in and making them like? You see very few times you see a Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is because of, and we say Peyton Manning, he set the NFL record for most picks in a season.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you have to be mentally tough and put the work ethic in to get over that.
I would say it's very rare to see an Andrew Luck.
Yes.
Okay. That's
rare.
True. Yes.
We're coming in.
Even in RG3
I was going to say,
those guys are absolute transformational players.
But I'm going to argue, RG3 obviously got hurt, so we didn't see what after that. But there's a lot of people that can come in and do it their first year, but can you do it after that?
Well,
Justin Herbert came in and had a great time first year. Yeah. And I'm going to argue that he's probably a bottom 15 quarterback now. He's good. He's got skill. But, with his weapons, he should have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not wrong.
You know what I mean? He came in and lit it on fire. And, Colin, you were one of the people who I can't believe everyone's on Justin Herbert's dick. Sorry for the language, but that's realistic. He came in, had a good rookie year, but he also had freaking Austin Eckler, his prime. Keenan Allen, closer to his prime. Had Mike Williams. Had what's his name? They had pieces around him.
Yeah, they had it's almost like the Chargers curse.
Another good example, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Still hasn't figured out. He's been the starter since day one.
He's been the starter since day one, and he's had massive contracts.
Pieces around him, and now that's the issue. Now is he's got pieces and can't do anything with pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to hear? This is the best stat that supports our argument. Through 2 weeks, now Drake May has not played a snap.
Okay.
He is tied for most touchdown passes by any rookie quarterback this year. And has not played a snap. And every other one in the first round has started every game.
That's wild.
Wild, right?
That's wild. I mean, so the one thing I was gonna say, with the Levy thing as well, when he came in and threw 4 touchdowns, I always think that's also a big thing as well. If you start a guy even after a couple games or midway through the season, because defenses still don't really know what that guy can do. There's still that element of mystery. We know what he can do, but there's that element of him actually being on the field and that mystery of it, right? So him coming in midway through the season and throwing 4 touchdowns in one game, it's I can see that because different play calling, different quarterback. Haven't seen him
because he is an NFL quarterback. But
yeah,
he's shown he has the skills to do it. It's just now, can you do it consistently?
And that's the thing is that first game is either they pop off or it's really bad. It's one of the two.
Well, people don't really people still don't understand the difference between college football and the NFL. It's not just this. It's not only the disguise and the scheme that the NFL is able to do, because they do it 24/7 with their players. It's the biggest thing is the speed difference. What's open in college, when a college team runs cover 2, that whole shot's open. In the NFL, those safeties are so fucking fast.
You have to rip that if you're going to try.
If you don't have the arm strength, or if you're a split second late, it's picked off.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it with all these rookie QBs. How many sacks has Jalen Daniels and Caleb Williams gotten? They've been sacked so many times in 2 games, and it's not always the offensive line's fault.
Has Jalen Daniels really been though?
He got sacked.
I just didn't know how many times it was actually brought down. His pressure is he's getting pressured a lot. I know that. I just didn't know how many times he actually was sacked.
Yeah. Now his is a little different. His O-line's not very good.
His line's not good. And he's running around as well.
5 times this past week.
Compared to the Texans, his O-line's pretty garbage. But a lot of it.
But they hold the ball though. It's a lot of it
is because it's because they're holding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
so long.
Caleb Williams is the worst because he holds the ball and then goes backwards with it. Like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he thinks. Well, that's the thing. Is like he's used to playing freaking mining schools for the deaf and just running around in the backfield and just hucking the ball down the field.
He had 2 sacks week 1. I think it was for almost 30 yards. Yeah, you can't have that. You can't. You know what I mean? Like, even Jade Daniels week 1 was 2 and he had 23 yards lost.
Mm-hmm.
But the second week he was sacked 5 times, only 19 yards. Okay, so you learn to step up in the pocket. Okay, we're learning. But that's you're right though, Rob. That's the crazy thing with these rookie quarterbacks. It just 7 times Caleb Williams was sacked this past week. 7.
Coaches, it's GMs and everything. They don't realize the difference. The difference in speed and disguise is so drastic between college and NFL that it takes. That's why sitting is the best option.
Yeah,
because you got to sit there.
You got to sit it and see it.
These kids got to learn it. They got to see it. Now you're saying, hey, figure it out on the fly, by the way. Just figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
and by the way, if we're losing and we have expectations, like the Bears have expectations this year, and we're losing.
Mm-hmm.
How's that conversation going right now? Like, now it's unfair pressure on the rookie QB. He gets more pressure, and now he's going to start trying to rip some throws. Like, you saw it in the Bears game. He started trying to make some throws that you're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And Will Levi starting to try and make plays because he's feeling pressure, not from like the D-line, but just pressure to win games because their team's supposed to be good on paper, and he's doing the dumbest things in the world. Back-to-back weeks of what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's a long intro.
Yeah.
For me to say.
Real long intro.
For me to just say GMs and head coaches, because they get fired so quickly, they're forcing these young kids in hopes of winning fans over so that they don't lose their job.
Real quick, I know we're beating a dead horse. Do you think it has anything to do with the shorter leashes for all these people though too?
That's what I mean, because they get fired so quickly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, so like you think of these quarterbacks that actually got to sit. Back when freaking Aaron Rodgers sat, it was Mike McCarthy. He had a tenure there. He could afford to sit Aaron Rodgers, and he had a good quarterback behind. You know what I mean? So you could afford to do. So maybe that's what you need to start drafting these quarterbacks when you already have one.
Yeah.
The same thing. You had Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. What's his name? LaFleur had a decent backing when he was there. You know what I mean? The people that come in and they're like, oh, yeah, we got to start this guy. Like Caleb Williams, when he comes in and starts, it's because Eberflus is pretty much on his last leg. Like, he's already got a couple years to turn this around. He's got to do something or he's done. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just
it's like you said, though. It's because no one drafts a quarterback. Most teams don't draft a quarterback until they either need it or they're a number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, dude.
I mean, remember that was
you look at all these other teams. They've been drafting QBs. Like, I'll even say the Patriots, they whiffed on it, but when they drafted Mac Jones at 16, they're on the verge of a playoff team, and they're still drafting a quarterback. You look at the Bills. I think Allen was 12. Is that what it was? Somewhere around there.
He was 7.
The Ravens traded back into 32 to get
Lamar.
Yeah. Jordan Love, all these other people. They're in the
Russell Wilson's another guy. I mean, he was Dak Prescott was late.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they drafted a dude in the 3rd round. That a lot of that's luck. Like,
you're right, it is, but it's also going to get like. I mean, you could say Tom Brady's luck too, obviously, with that happening. But the fact is, you're drafting quarterback. I think quarterbacks almost need to be developed the same. Like, there's a lot of late round quarterbacks that can be developed.
Dude,
like Hendon Hooker is a good example of a later round quarterback that I think could develop.
I think every single season every team should be drafting a quarterback with one.
I'm not going to say every season, but I'm going to start treating it. And I've always said this. I think a running back should be drafted every season because no one gives them that second contract. You can find diamonds in the roughs at running back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you see it every year.
Give them a chance.
Every year there's
running backs do we see all over the place.
Every year there's 1 or 2 guys that pop off. I mean, shit. I mean, think about last year.
You might as well draft them. Like, I mean, Joe Milton, dude. Joe Milton's a perfect I think he could be a real good player someday. I really do.
Yeah.
Like,
will it be with the
Patriots? And that one kind of reminds me of the old RG3 Kirk Cousins thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's exactly what the dynamic is there.
Look at the year. Look at the year when Tom Brady got suspended for the 4 games. That year, The Patriots had Jimmy Garoppolo start the first 2 games.
And then he got hurt. And then he had Jacoby come in.
Jacoby Brissett came in.
Yep.
Both
and
of which
still got hurt.
both of which ended up becoming starting quarterbacks around the league.
Yeah.
Correct. Because you can learn around it. It's just
wild. At one point, the Patriots had 3 starting quarterbacks on their roster.
Bottom line is, too much emphasis is put into where you're drafted. Too much emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that matters is where you drafted is your guaranteed money nowadays. That's realistic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into this Thursday night football. Patriots at the Jets. I actually love this game. I think it's a great Thursday night coming up.
Yeah, no, this
great.
actually,
the fact that they're putting AFC East back to back is also great. Even though the Dolphins didn't show up last weekend, we're not even going to talk about that. But I think both teams show up here.
I also love that they got the AFC East playing Thursday and Monday, because I once again think the AFC East, top to bottom, is one of the deepest divisions again.
Yes.
Just strictly because the Patriots' defense is so good. It has nothing to their offense is what it is. But I do love.
I think this is gonna be a real good defensive battle. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. There's gonna be. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say there's gonna be a lot of people that hate this game because I don't think there's gonna be a lot of points scored. I really don't.
Fair.
It's gonna be a low teens type game. You might get a total of 40 points combined if you're lucky. So, but with that being said,
I would be lucky.
I'm going with the road team and the Patriots on this one. I like what the Patriots are doing. They should have squeaked away with a win last week. Obviously, I hate it as a Bills fan, but I like what the Patriots are doing. I like the energy the new head coach bringing. Give me the Patriots again.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty much a triple option mentality, dude. They're fucking, hey, we're going to run it down your throat and play defense. And every team knows it, and they're still not stopping the run.
And I still think Aaron Rodgers is not moving in that pocket the way he should be. The Titans got after him a couple times last week. There was a time where he was literally looking over his shoulder trying to step up in the pocket because he knew he couldn't fucking run. Sorry again for swearing. I apologize. But same thing. I think the Patriots are going to get after him.
There's one thing the Patriots are good at. It's getting pressure on a fucking unmobile quarterback.
Yeah.
On a mobile quarterback that isn't mobile anymore. Good luck. Good luck, Aaron.
Until the Jets can prove to me they can stop the run, F them.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
Ramondre.
If you have Ramondre Stevenson, he might run for 200 yards in this game. And the other one is Breece Hall might also run for 200 yards in this game because he's so good, and the Patriots struggle stopping the run in the C gap.
Mm-hmm.
Up the middle.
I'm really upset that the Jets snuck away a win last week because this could have been the beginning of the end of Robert Saleh here. Because if they would have lost last week, Patriots beat them this week, and then they lose again to the Broncos. Oh, it would have been bad. But there goes my hopes of him being fired early. So. Colin, who you got?
I'm also going Patriots. I just think that this is gonna be the first week that they get a passing touchdown. But I just think that overall they're just gonna beat the shit out of them. Like they're gonna beat the shit out of the Jets.
On Sauce Gardner, right over his head.
That'd be hilarious.
Who is running by Sauce Gardner for the Patriots?
No one's running over them, Rob, because you don't need to run over them. All you need to do is run.
I didn't say run by him. I said over
screen.
His
head. Screen.
Sauce Gardner, dunk on him.
Screen.
Maybe a screen because they run like 8 screens a game.
What we got?
So starting off Sunday football, we got Giants at Browns.
Giants at Browns.
Next.
So again, I just want to put it. I mean, I'm obviously going Browns too. Everyone's probably already heard the stat. First team to lose when scoring 3 more touchdowns than the other team. Your New Jersey Giants.
Yeah, it's
Brian Dable will be fired before the season ends because it is not looking good. Not looking good for him. I apologize.
Yeah, Browns.
Bears
at Indianapolis. Dude, this week is just
this game.
This week is just a bunch of just random ass fucking games. I'm not even gonna like.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Colts are 0-2, but I feel like they're a good 0-2 team. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit for CJ to come back. But again, I mean, the Colts defense is pretty good, and our boy on the other side, Caleb's just not seeing anything right now. He's got freaking DJ Moore pissed at him. Keenan Allen can't stay healthy probably because he gained 30 pounds in the offseason. Doesn't work good on the joints. I know how that feels. So I'm going Colts here. I just don't trust the Bears. They snuck one out in the first game of the year, and because again, Will Levis doesn't know how to play football. But Colts for me.
Yeah, no, I'm going to struggle to pick the Bears this season. I mean, I think we picked them first week, but then after actually seeing it now, no, I'm picking Indianapolis.
And they look real good in the preseason. Preseason champs, realistically. Preseason and off-season champs, we'll give it to them.
Yeah, I mean,
but again, this goes back to what we were saying, guys. Like, with a quarterback coming with all these expectations, with all these highs, all these weapons around him on offense, and you're struggling to move the ball. That's a problem.
Well, I love the fact that
it's known with trouble with the curve. That's what that's known as.
Well, it's funny that when he got drafted, he texted their punter and told him that he doesn't need to worry about like practicing or anything because they're not going to be punting the ball much, and they've already punted the ball like 16 or 19 times.
That's awesome. Love it. All right, what you got, Rob?
Yeah, I'm not
Colts across the board. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not picking the Bears till Caleb Williams throws a touchdown pass.
The first not truly good game, but the first intriguing game. That's what I got. Texans Vikings.
Yeah, it's battle of 2-0s, right?
Yep.
Battle of 2-0s. Sam Darnold's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good out there. I mean, obviously he's got Justin Jefferson. He's got Aaron Jones in the backfield. I mean, they got a lot of weapons put around him. He's looking good. He's doing what he can. Do we think Sam Darnold, just going off a little tangent, do we think Sam Darnold's going to get a nice new contract after this year because he was forced into the role?
Well, it's interesting because
like, this is a lot.
I mean, like they just drafted JJ. JJ looked like he was going to be the guy, you know. And then Darnold's now come out and, you know, I think it depends on how well they do it totally in the season.
I think this goes back to, like, you know,
This goes back to what we were saying earlier.
Revitalized his career here, you know, doing the same thing. But, like, this could be the best thing for JJ. Let him sit.
Could be, yeah.
Obviously, it was because of an injury, but cool. Let him sit. All right, with that being said, I do like what the Vikings have been doing. But I think there's too many weapons on Houston. I think Houston comes up north and takes care of the Vikings in this case.
I'm going to go with the Vikings because their defense. The Texans were struggling with the Bears' pass rush. The Vikings are way more exotic and way more aggressive than the Bears are. So.
Right. Fair. Dude, I mean, but it's going to be hard to stop Stephon Diggs' 5 receptions, 35 yards a game.
Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind, too.
It's great. I love it right now.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
All right.
I'm going to be the tiebreaker. I'm going to go with the Vikings. And I'm going with the Vikings simply for the reason of it's in Minnesota. If it was in Houston, then maybe. But if it's in Minnesota, Sam Darnold's going to be playing at home. He has been playing lights out so far. So I do think this is going to be a great game.
California.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Son of a bitch. Eagles and Saints. Eagles and Saints.
Another good one. I am riding with the Saints. That's 2 complete games they put together. First we were like, it doesn't matter. It's just the Panthers, right? Just the Panthers. But then they looked good last week, guys. They're still hitting over a good defense. I think it is under-talked about, under-discussed how much that defense is missing. That defense coordinator from last year. It's crazy how much a coordinator can affect when you're bringing the same pieces back, right?
Yeah.
It's wild. But I'm also going to tell you, the Saints went into Dallas and took care of business. Alvin Kamara looks revitalized and wild. Derek Carr is looking like the second coming of I don't even know who, David. No. But no, I like the Saints. I like him coming back home. The Eagles, I dislike the Eagles. I think they're going to lose more games than not because of Nick Sirianni's coaching. He blew that game for them this past week. It was his fault. His fault.
Short week, too.
3 times inside 20-yard line. Didn't take points. Gotta take points.
I'm on the Saints bus, too. I mean, you can't with the talent on that team, you can't be losing these sort of games.
Oh. I want him fired. Fire everyone.
So, Rob, you making this unanimous?
I I mean, I'm on the Saints bus, but I don't think the Saints can stop. As long as the Eagles fucking run the ball, I don't know why they keep throwing the ball. Like, I would stop throwing the ball altogether. I don't know why they're throwing the ball. Jalen Hurts is horrendous. Hand the damn ball off to the dude you just paid $20 million to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who? Yeah.
Well, who's got it better than us? It's Chargers at Steelers.
Pretty good game, right? I think we got to go with Harbaugh helping out his brother, getting him back time for that division lead with a loss here, or with a win here over the Steelers. He's going to help him out. Chargers are going to keep going 3-0. The Steelers just find ways to win, and I don't know how Mike does it. I don't know how he does it.
And you just got it. Said the exact reason I'm picking the Steelers. That defense is unbelievable right now.
Yeah, I'm.
It is, and if they ever figure out how to score touchdowns and not kick field goals, this team, it's a big if, but if they ever do, this team is going to be almost unstoppable.
Yeah, no, I'm picking Steelers. They've seen this. They've seen this offense that, for the entire time it was in Baltimore. Like, they know what's coming, and I think they're just like outside. And it fucking hurts me saying this. Outside of fucking the offense, this team is just better in every phase of the game. Chargers offense is looking good, but the Chargers offense also hasn't played anyone. Like, yeah, cool. J.K. Dobbins fucking ran for 120 yards on the Panthers. Like, fuck out of here.
Sounds like you're salty that you let J.K. go.
No, not at all, because he's going to get hurt eventually.
Do you guys think Russell comes back and starts, or if it's
Did you hear? Did you fucking hear what Justin Fields said after the game?
I'm the starter now. Get off my shit.
Basically, he said that at the end of the game, they gave Russell Wilson a petty game ball, because he didn't get to play against his old team. So they gave him a petty game ball, like that sort of thing. Yeah, no, Russ isn't playing for unless
against his old team. We're talking about his old team's the Seahawks. No one's even.
Well, yeah, of course.
Played for
but
Denver.
Wait, Russ was talking a big shit about like how he can't wait to.
When you just mentioned that, it literally, and I follow football. It literally took me a little bit. I was like, "What are you talking about? The Patriots played the Seahawks." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Oh wait, yeah, okay, yeah. He did play for the Broncos." Like, no one's gonna remember that.
Yeah, no, he was talking about that. So unless Justin Fields fully fucks up or hurts himself, he's a starter for the season.
Which is possible. He could hurt himself.
Yeah.
But
Broncos at Buccaneers. Not even
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Sean Payton again. Fire this man. I want to start doing some bets on who's getting fired first, because I got them all.
I got them all. I mean, shit, we can.
I ain't got time for people starting 0-2. I ain't got time. Zach Taylor, that means you too, my man. That's you too. It's coming down the way, Zach.
No, I mean, it's wild the Bo Nix looked like the best quarterback in preseason, and then this regular season has started. Now he can't do fucking anything. But the Buccaneers also, and I've been saying this since Baker got there, I think that this is where Baker fully revitalizes his entire career.
Yeah. I mean, he's looking good. He got paid. Let's get the guy going. I mean, obviously, he's got some good weapons, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad White's coming out good. Mike Evans, obviously, still stud. Chris Godwin's looking like Godwin of old after coming back from the ACL injury. So, I mean, he's got players out there. It's a team to watch. I mean, it could be cool. A nice little, after disappointing years, but a little NFC South battle coming in. I mean, even the Falcons, I mean, they aren't bad with Kirk back there. They got some stuff to figure out, but Raheem Morris will get it right. But, little Saints, little Falcons, little
Panthers just hiding in the corner.
I mean, obviously the Panthers, you can finish last, have fun, guys.
Yeah, just stay over there in the corner.
Other than that, it's a damn good division right now.
Yeah, no, it's funny that a lot of the divisions we thought weren't going to be shit or weren't going to be as good are right now proving that they are right now at week 2 or week 3, they're the better teams. So then we go to Packers, Titans.
I'm not riding with what's his name here at all ever.
Willis?
Ever. Will Levis. I'm not doing it. Malik Willis gets back at his team that drafted him, didn't give him an actual shot. Go Pack, go.
Shit, didn't even think about that.
Go Pack, go. He looked real good. Almost even threw a ball throw up on it. It's good for him.
That was, yeah.
So, go Pack, go. Get to 2-1. Titans, you guys suck. I don't like you right now. So, Will Levis, suck it. Unless you start actually working your guy. I mean, dude, the thing is, the Titans have so much talent on offense, and Will Levis is still.
Well, also remember, we looked.
You got Tony Pollard, you got Taj Spears in the backfield, you got Ridley, Tyler Boyd, you got freaking DeAndre Hopkins, who for whatever reason you guys isn't on the injury report, but he plays a tenth of the snaps for whatever reason, whatever. But like, and then you got freaking what's the name of tight end? Like they got weapons. Again, I am done getting excuses for these bum quarterbacks who can't produce with weapons. I'm done.
I mean, we talked about it as well at the beginning of the year, like how we didn't realize their defense either. Like the defense is stacked too. Like this is a fully stacked team, and it's just like
you talking about Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the stack.
Who did he come from?
Was this the kid? Was this the guy from? I think this is the OC from Cincinnati, wasn't it?
Probably actually, Brian Callahan. That's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Callahan.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, if you don't get your shit together, my man, you could be a one and done coach, and I'm not supporting that, but you were given everything right now.
Fedge is ready. Fedge is ready. He's got your name. He's got it written down. He's.
You actually just topped the top of my list. I think you're the best team failing right now. So, if you lose this game, you better watch out, Dukes. It don't get any easier for the Titans.
That's right.
Titans are. You got to go to the Dolphins. Then you got against the Colts in the divisional game. Then you got the Bills after that. Lions, Patriots, Chargers, Vikings, Texans. Where are you winning a game, my dude? Commanders, maybe, but it's in Washington. Cool. All right, then you got the Jaguars. Always tough game. You got the Bengals, Colts again. Jaguars again, Texans. They're a bad team. Bad team.
Sorry. Team. So now we're going to. I mean, we don't really need to talk about this. I can just move it already over. It's Panthers, Raiders. Oh, actually, wait. I did that wrong. Hold up a second. Did that wrong.
Bryce Young is being sat.
Yes. Andy Dalton's going to be the starter. I don't think it's going to change fucking anything.
It's not going to change a whole lot. It's going to get some veteran leadership out there. But I think this is the only way you have a chance of saving Bryce's career at this point.
I mean, that's fair, but at the same time...
Even just to sit behind him. I'm not saying that he's going to go out and take the... Bryce Young, as bad as he has been, isn't on a very good team.
Yeah, no.
They gave up a lot to go get you. They didn't have a luxury of going and drafting Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., any of these, Undunzi, any of these, like, we got to get some weapons around this kid. What's his top? Adam Thielen? Is he still there?
Yeah. Yep, he's still there. He's,
I mean? That's you guys, your top. Like, that's not. It's just as bad as Bryce Young has been, as bad as decision making has been. He has nothing around him. So sit the guy, let him sit back and watch. Give Andy a shot, and I'm not going to say Andy's going to do anything like Sam up in Minnesota or even Geno did in Seattle and get another contract because of this or anything like that. But let him sit behind a veteran quarterback. Let him see how it just prepares for the games, prepares for the the rest of the season, and then let's get him back in there next year when you guys are probably picking top 3 this year and you can go get a guy. Realistically, get a top 3 pick. Let someone be stupid. Trade up for a receiver. You get a couple picks stacked up. Get a receiver for a quarterback. Let a couple picks stack up. You get a running back. You get a quarter or a receiver, and go from there. Maybe even draft a freaking offensive lineman. I don't care. Give the man some help before you bail on a kid.
That's fair. I'm going Raiders with this one.
Oh yeah, obviously Raiders are going to blow them out. I'm hoping Zamir White has a freaking field day with this team. Field day.
So for the unanimous picks, just to make sure, Rob, Broncos, Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Packers, Titans. You say Titans?
What? Yeah, I would take Titans.
Okay. And then Raiders, Panthers. I'm assuming you're going Raiders.
Loving game against this team.
Rob loves Malik Willis. This is his favorite quarterback of all time.
Will Levis sucks. I have no idea. I mean, honestly, if Will Levi just stops being an idiot, they're 2-0.
Correct.
Yeah.
If he's just not an idiot.
He just plays football.
At some point, the coach has to sit there and just stop being an idiot.
Well, they're gonna have that chance when he gets fired in a couple weeks. We just talked about this. So
the Titans coach.
Yes.
Yep. Brian Callahan's done.
That they just hired.
Yeah, I told you he's gonna be a one and done. You missed our conversation. You missed it. One and done.
Dolphins at Seattle.
Rob, think about. I mean, this just goes back to how many pieces did they add on offense? How many pieces did they add on defense? They gave Will a great chance to succeed.
What you just said is the reason why when you're upset that there are bad NFL teams, it's because of that right there. That we're willing to fire a coach that's 4 weeks.
I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying it could happen.
I
also don't think what's his name should have been fired in Arizona to give what's his name a shot there. What 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was now. I also don't think that Cliff Kingsbury should have gotten a shot. I don't care. Like the I forget who the frick was before him.
Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes. Steve Wilkes should not have been fired after 1 year.
No, he shouldn't have.
Not his fault. The GM freaking drafted Josh Rosen. Not his fault at all.
I'm just
saying.
Then
you say, okay, we were bad, and now we got to go get freaking Kyler Murray, but we're going to bring another coach in to coach him. Bullcrap.
Unless there's a scandal or the team massively blows up, no head coach should be fired after one season.
Except for Brian Callahan with the Titans, because he has so many freaking pieces.
Dolphins at Seattle.
Oh my goodness. Seattle Dolphins. Is Skylar Thompson playing? Did they draft another? Seattle.
They picked up Huntley off waivers or off practice squad.
Seattle.
But I don't know if he's starting or not.
Seattle.
I mean, I'm going Seattle. I was just
until
saying.
They can show me something out there. They got to rely on the run, which if Mostert can come back, I mean, obviously Skylar Thompson's still throwing to Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I don't know when's Odell coming back. I don't know. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
They just put 2 on, IR, so he's out at least 4 weeks. So Skylar Thompson, my man. Skylar Thompson. That's what we got to rely on right now.
No, Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins.
Ooh, okay.
Now they're actually going to run the ball.
All right.
And I just watched the Seahawks give up 200 yards rushing to the Patriots. So
I don't think they're going to necessarily run the ball, but they're going to run a lot of screens and short passes for this for Skylar. So.
Yep.
I can see it. If they're going to beat them, they're going to beat them because Mostert and Achane and
exactly.
Hill and Waddle and all these guys get loose.
But you look at the first 2 games, and Tua was throwing the ball so much. Like, what are we doing, dude? You come from the Shanahan tree. Run the flipping ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Completely blanks on that one. Shit. Dolphins at Cardinals.
Dolphins playing 2 teams.
Try it again.
Lions at Cardinals.
How are the Dolphins playing 2 games? They only have 1 quarterback.
No, they have 2. They got Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, they got Tyler Huntley. Lions at Cardinals.
So these are 2 teams that just went in the opposite direction. I thought the Cardinals looked real good last week. The Lions struggled last week. I think it's a get-right game personally for the Lions because I like the Lions. I'm not ready to trust 4'0" Kyler Murray. I don't. He threw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr., who was open because Tre'Davious White is, unfortunately, I hate to say it, washed. Absolutely washed. The guy can't stand with anyone. Marvin Harrison Jr. ran 16 miles an hour against the Bills. That's fast he got up. That's slow. Real slow. But Lions, let's go. Let's get a bounce-back game for Dan Campbell, the Lions.
The Lions just have to fix their red zone problems. So far in the regular season, they're 2 for 9 in the red zone. Fix your red zone problems and you're good.
Yeah, I'm going Lions. They both at this point in the season have struggled, but I trust the Lions as a whole more.
Struggled. Cardinals haven't struggled at all. They almost beat the Bills, and then they just blew out whoever they played last week.
Look, I don't like the Cardinals, okay?
The Rams.
So therefore they struggled, okay? Don't like them, therefore they struggled.
You may want to turn it around. The Cardinals might If they keep this pace up, they might win the damn NFC
They're
West.
not. They're not gonna keep this pace up though, because next month the new Call of Duty comes out.
Okay.
Kyler's suddenly gonna start playing really bad. He's gonna show up groggy. His eyes are gonna be like sleepy, and he's gonna be out there with a controller instead of the football. It's gonna be a whole mess. Ravens at Cowboys.
Cowboys. The Ravens are fucking horrible.
Is Harbaugh getting fired?
The Ravens. Not now. He might at the end of the year when they go fucking when they go 6-12 here or 6-11. Yeah, their offensive line is horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with the Ravens.
This offensive line is miserable.
They just don't know what their identity is. And it's crazy to me that there's a lot of missed throws from the portion of the games I've watched with Lamar. And I don't know if it's his fault because I don't watch him that enough, I should say. But you still got Derrick Henry behind him. Like, I don't know whatever happened to them just relying on the run game and why they're trying to switch and make him this drop back passing quarterback that he's not.
I mean,
it's what?
He's number 4 in the. He's number 5 in the league for passing right now.
It's not about the stats.
Oh no, I understand that, but no. It's just it's the constant. He's not a passing quarterback when he has consistently shown he can throw the ball though. Like it's.
Colin, I'm going to tell you that I don't care what his stats are, my man. When you've thrown the ball 75 times, completed 47 of them, that's 62%.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I agree. I think we're throwing it too much.
Correct.
But I'm just saying though. Like
think he does better when you guys rely on the run and then it opens up. He's a strict when you're relying on the one when you have to play against him and honor his legs, it opens up and everyone knows this. I mean, play action opens up and that's what.
They
got to get back to.
It's just the blanket statement of he can't throw the ball or he's not a throwing quarterback when he clearly shows that he can do it each and every week and it's still just a consistent thing.
No one said that today.
You just said you can't throw the ball. He's not a passing quarterback. It was just said. Anyways,
I did.
I said he's not a drop back quarterback is what I said, and he is not. He's not just a pocket quarterback that just drops back. He's one that relies on relies on his legs and then can play action off it. And I think they aren't doing that enough. This goes back to why was he successful when he first came into the league? Because they built the offense around him.
Mm-hmm.
They built the offense around his key, his abilities, his abilities that he had, and that's what I think they're getting away from. Why try to force him into that traditional drop back quarterback that he's not? He doesn't need to be. Get him on the edge, get him reading half the field, and then use his legs if he has to. Get him play actioning. Use that. That's where he excels. Why aren't we continuing with that?
Because we saw what happened in every single playoffs. We've seen what happens when that happens. Teams load the box and then he can't do anything. So then he has to forcefully throw the ball. And now we're forcing to throw the ball instead of just, That's honestly one of the reasons why. Is because it got to the point where in the playoffs everyone just stacked the box and just said, all right, cool, have fun.
Well, they did. If that's their philosophy this year, their GM needs to go because they did a terrible job building an offensive line around.
Oh yeah, no. The line is absolutely atrocious. Like we were told,
their offensive line is built to run the football, and they're passing it 70 times.
The offensive line isn't built to run the football either, Rob. Our offensive line's getting his shit pushed in on run plays, even. Like our O-line is arguably the worse than the Panthers, I would say. Like looking at the schedule, I would not be surprised if Baltimore loses until week 6.
It's always tough with Baltimore because Lamar Jackson can take over any game that he plays in. But it's hard for me to envision the Cowboys' defensive line not giving them fits.
Oh no, that's the thing. Is I'm picking the Ravens because I'm a homer, but the Cowboys' D line is going to absolutely just destroy our O line. Like it's not even going to be funny. Like this game's going to be miserable to watch. But like I said, I'm going homer.
See, I don't know if I can even trust. I mean, this goes back to if they want to do what they can, give the ball to to Derrick Henry and let Lamar do his thing and not just, like I said, just drop him back, I think they can take advantage of this. This Cowboys defense is the same pretty much they had last year, but it's not without Dan. Dan Quinn leaving is leaving a big void in this team that Mike doesn't know how to fix. I like the Ravens. I like what they. I mean, yes, they need to shore things up on the offensive line, but that's also just a matter of gelling with them. I mean, they got a rookie there starting. I mean,
we don't. We have rotational tackles.
Even worse. That's even dumber.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
But bottom line is, they have the pieces though. Like they can do it. I think it's more on play calling. That's just me. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched every single
Dude, it's 100%. Like you just look at the stats. Like why is Mark Andrews is still supposed to be one of these top tight ends, and he has less touches than Rashad Bateman?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Why? Nelson Aguilar almost has the same amount of touches as him.
Yep. I mean, and it's one of those things. Like I've seen people saying, it's like, with the whole throws, with his throws being off. It's like, yeah, of course his throws are off when he's literally just running in the backfield the entire play before he has to throw the ball. Like, not every one of his throws are going to be good then.
Not even worried about his throws. If I'm being honest, there aren't many teams right now in the NFL. I would honestly say there's two teams that if you tell me they're going to throw it 50 times, I'd look at you and say they could still win.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying more for the fact of like being able to find Andrews.
It's literally just the Chiefs and Bills, and the Bills even give me pause because I don't know about their receivers getting open 50 times.
Yeah, I mean, Mark had a better.
That's the reason that Josh Allen only threw the ball 19 times last game.
Yeah, I mean, Mark had a better game last week than he did the first week. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if he caught a ball the first week. So,
I don't know either.
So Fed, you going Ravens?
I think he did. I think he had one or two. But
you going Ravens or you going Cowboys?
I'm going Ravens.
Okay. Like I said, I mean, me and Rob talked about it a little bit on Monday. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if Ravens go 0-6 start of the season with the way they're playing right now. Because like Ben Cleveland isn't playing and he should be. He should be playing over Daniel.
Yeah, they'll win this week. I picked against them. If I pick the Ravens, they lose every time.
Niners at Rams.
So these teams are struggling.
Yeah, struggles. This is the team that's struggling versus everyone on our team is hurt. We don't know who we're playing.
Well, I would say the problem is here is that the Rams have so many injuries. Cool. The Niners, they have injuries on offense. They got holdouts on offense, which hurt them as well. Trent came back. I think Trent's actually playing pretty well, but Ayuk's drop a couple just because I feel like mine isn't in it. Debo's out for a couple weeks now, so it's just. But again,
Ricky Parasol's out with a gunshot wound.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yep. But this is a gut check. What do we got here? We got a divisional game, guys. Suck it up and see who comes out on top. I think I'm going to go 49ers just because I like the defense more, but this is another one that I think could be a real low-scoring game. And, yeah, I'm going to go with 49ers in this one.
I'm going Niners. They just, even with as many people out, CMC, Debo, there's still too much weaponry for the Rams that are just struggling. Like, the Rams just don't, like, the Rams are struggling. So I'm also going to go Niners.
I'm going to go Niners as well, just because the Rams aren't healthy enough to... They're not healthy enough to compete right now.
No. Sunday Night Football. Chiefs at Falcons. With a special guest of the referees on the Chiefs side. I mean, like, is there any point to pick against the Chiefs this season, like, with the way things are going?
I'm picking the Falcons. Everyone on the Chiefs is hurt, dude. Pacheco's out. Freaking everyone's hurt.
Yeah, Chris Steele, though, right?
The refs aren't hurt, and they also just picked up Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem's not going to be going this week, though.
You never know. Mahomes could just be like, look, just fucking go do this thing, and I'll just rip it to you. And then I rip it to him, and then I look at the ref and be like, I'll suck you off later. And the ref will be like, okay, flag. Targeting. Get him out.
I like what the Falcons. I think the Falcons just hit their stride at the end of that last game. They beat a decent Eagles team. I'm gonna go the home team here. Let's get a little upset. Primetime Kirk showing up. Let's see it. See it.
Whoa, wait a minute. You said primetime Kirk. Is Kirk one of those ones that doesn't do well in primetime?
Usually, yes.
It's unfortunate that when I typed in Kirk Cousins, the very first thing that came up was primetime. It's like, He's 2-7 in primetime compared to his non-primetime games. Oh no, he's 7-22. Sorry, 7-22. I mean, no matter what, it's Falcons. Did you expect? I'm gonna go Chiefs.
It's all on you, Jeffrey.
I mean, I already said Falcons.
You already said Falcons.
Oh.
Falcons are the choice, man. I said primetime Kirk's going to show up.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a good way.
Hopefully the good version. The first of 2 Monday night games, because it's week 3, right? Why not have 2 Monday night games?
Yeah.
We have Jags at Bills.
I hate the Bills going against the Jaguars. Absolutely hate it. Every time. It's frustrating to me. But
it's one of those out of conference. Yeah. I'm just like, fuck that team.
I'm going with the Bills.
I'm going to Bills.
I'm also going to the Bills. The Jags just don't look good right now.
I don't believe that Jeffrey's picking the Bills.
What?
I don't pick them very often. What do you mean, guys? Come on.
What?
I mean, never.
No, the Jags are struggling, and after you guys finding a run game, yeah, no.
And the thing is, like I said, I've always said this with Joe Brady. Like, I don't care if we don't have a run game. We got to have the threat of a run game.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off.
And then we got a banger of a final game, Commanders-Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Commanders.
The Bengals aren't looking very good. I want to see Jaden Daniels, and mostly because my fantasy team, light up the Bengals here on his first primetime game. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders.
Jaden. You're going Commanders too?
I'm going Commanders, yeah.
Let's go. Let's see it, Jaden.
That's going to make the bet worth some money.
I just this thing is like we talked about it where it was like, you know, it's like, yeah, they may not have scored, but he got them within field goal range. 5, 6, 5, 7, something like that. 7.
Yeah.
7 times.
7? Yeah, 7. Yeah.
He got him within range 7
points.
Times. Like, yeah, I'll take it. Like,
they were chip. There was only one that wasn't a chip shot too.
Yeah.
They were chip.
I was gonna say, it's just a matter of just finishing off some of those drives. I mean, he's getting them down there going. It's just, finish off some drives. Let's see. 30, 33, 29, 27, 26, 27, 45 was the longest.
yeah, see, like,
Which is still pretty good.
yeah, for a rookie quarterback on that team to be able to do that, yeah, that's fucking rock and
Dan
roll.
Quinn, good job taking the points, my man. Good job taking the points.
Exactly. There we go, guys. That right
He's
there.
learned from his Falcons days.
Guys, look at it. First drive of the game, 16 plays, 64 yards. 10 plays, 43 yards. 14 plays, 74 yards. 9 plays, 56. 9 plays, 59. 9 plays, 45.
Yeah.
Like, dude, 8 plays, 65 yards. Good job.
Week 2, just figuring it out. Week 3 is where it all comes together now.
Yeah.
Monday night against the Cincinnati Bungles. Yes, there's all of our things. I think I did it right. I was mixing up a couple of them. I'm not gonna lie while I was like moving bars around. So, but I think it's all right. If it isn't, I have it written down. So, but let us know what you guys
Former
think.
Panthers quarterback Cam Newton worked out with the Panthers this morning.
Oh,
the Panthers are looking
That was
to
yesterday.
possibly bring. I know, yes, but bring back the former Panthers star at QB. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Wild.
But why though?
But why though?
But
why not?
Because just like if you're at this fucking point of it, just go get Adrian Martinez. Go call up fucking AJ McCarron. Pick up one of the backups on another team. Like come on.
Colin, you're missing the point, dude. They gotta get
money,
fans in the seats.
Yeah, so do Adrian Martinez, show a bunch of highlights of him winning the MVP and being the greatest thing that the UFL has ever seen, and get them all hyped up and riled up.
Not many people give a flying shit about the UFL, my man.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Oh, so I love that the huge announcement was just telling us the new games and where the championship's going to be played. Anyways, let us know.
Deontay Johnson is already receiving trade call offers, so you guys know.
That's funny. What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments down below. How are you guys' teams doing this year? What do you guys think is the biggest wild card so far of the year? Blah, blah, blah. All the different things. Let us know down in the comments down below. Fedge, how about you start us off? Final thoughts.
Are we ready for Fedge's final thoughts? I just want to see some good football, top to bottom. That's all we got, guys. That's it. Just want to see good football. We've seen a lot of it, but we've also seen a lot of bad football. Play your people in preseason, guys. Play them. Prevent injuries. Let's get some good football.
Patriots release former first-round pick Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I heard that. This is where we start to see some of the stuff come together, right? This is where the people that didn't play in preseason start getting their stride, and let's see what we got going forward. Let's play some football.
Rob?
I don't have any final thoughts.
What do you got, Husky?
I got depending on where you are. More than happy, even nice. Stay drove, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Okay?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Bye.
Peace.